Hello, my name is Carver, and this is an informational video on the religion of Eques Via. Now, the name Eques Via is Latin for horseman way. Um, Now, the first thing that you should know is that there are three beings of worship. Um, there is the celestial being, Glenard, and Kevin. Now, two of those names sound a little weird, but you'll soon know why. This video will simply cover the basis of Eques Via. So I have a website, equesvia.weebly.com, and there you can see the basis of the entire aspect, all the aspects of Eques Via. So you could just go there. I'll put the link in the description. But besides that, let's get right into it, shall we? So one thing I should mention is that all of it, came from my dreams, which I sort of expanded upon by myself through thinking and such. Uh, yeah, and that leads me into the deities of which we worship. So, as I said, there are three. Well, one of which isn't a deity, but we'll get into that later. We have the celestial being Glenard and Kevin. Now, Glenard is the god of dreams, and he is actually the one who presented these dreams to me to give me the information that I need, because he is also the god of knowledge, um, the god of joy, happiness, dreams, and knowledge. Um, he gave me those dreams so that I may pass along this information. He gave me a certain knowledge. And I do believe that this is one of my purposes in life, to spread this information that he has given me. So that's one of the gods. Well, I'm probably going to make separate videos for each separate god. But now, on to Kevin. Kevin is the god of not necessarily evil, but mischief, really. Mischief, uh, greed, grief, even. But he's not evil. I don't want to say that. There's really because you can't say that evil people worship an evil god. Like it's not necessarily how it works. I don't think there really are evil gods. But yeah. He's also the god of nightmares. So when you have a nightmare, that's him, not Glenard, because Glenard wouldn't give nightmares because he's all about happiness and joy. So that's Kevin, and then we have the celestial being. Now, the celestial being is not a god, but he is more, well, as it is, a celestial being. But he is in the form of a horse. But that's only for right now. It gets complicated. Yeah. So right now, I'm going to read off the great horse words, which is basically the origin of the two gods. Not the origin of the celestial being, because that's I'll save that for later. But yeah, I'm just gonna read off the great horse words. So yeah, Man had finally evolved, being able to use tools and walk on two legs. In a cave on the far side of the tallest mountain lived two brothers, one older and one younger. While the older brother had the natural violence and chaos of a human at the time, the younger brother had a gentle touch and a natural connection with animals. One day, upon the top of the mountain, a beautiful creature stood. This creature was a beautiful white horse with a glowing aura surrounding it. The brothers decided to climb the mountain to reach it. While the younger brother climbed out of curiosity, the older brother climbed the mountain for the pelt that the creature wore. It took 1 week to climb the snowy mountain. Finally, the top was reached, and the two brothers stood in complete shock at the sight of such a being. As the younger brother admired the creature, the older brother grabbed a nearby stone and looked to kill the creature. The younger brother noticed this, and the brothers began to battle for the creature's life. Thunder was heard, and a storm began to brew as the brothers clashed. The battle continued until the horse cried a cry that cracked across the sky. Lightning then struck the two brothers. The two brothers awoke among the clouds, their memories gone. Their only knowing thoughts were of their names and their personalities. The younger brother, now only remembering the name of Glenard, kept his good and graceful nature. The older brother, now only remembering the name of Kevin, kept his evil and chaotic nature. Both brothers now obtained the heads of horses, with Glenard's being brown and Kevin's being checkered, black and white. The brothers now had strange clothing as well. Glenard wears a white t-shirt with tan-colored jeans, while Kevin wears a black turtleneck with red cargo shorts. They now fight eternally until there is a victor, and the celestial being dies. Now, the clothing can be interpreted however you want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter really. I believe that the clothing comes in different ways to different people, because people imagine them differently, but the heads are the same. Now, it does say that Kevin has an evil nature, and that is sort of true. Lying, deception, but it's not really evil. He himself is not evil, but he has an evil nature. See where I'm getting at? Yeah, okay. So those are the great horse words, the origin of the two brothers. And as you can see, it was the celestial being itself. I can't say himself or herself because it doesn't have a gender. But it was the celestial being itself that created the two gods that we know today. So the celestial being was far before the two gods. The two gods are only about maybe 50, 60,000 years old. Compared to other gods, that is very, very young. But, yeah, so those are the great horse words and the origins of the two gods. Moving on. All right, now on to the more materialistic or group kind of ideals within Eques Via, I guess. It does depend on which deity you worship. Basically, there are ranks within each group. You see, each person can either worship a deity by themselves, or they can worship with a party. It doesn't matter how big the party is, how small it is, it doesn't matter. But there are ranks. It depends on how many rituals you do. Because the more devotion you have to your given deity is basically determines your rank. I myself am a great mare. That means that I've done at least 10 rituals. And the thing about rituals is that they can only be done on my given deity's holiday. And my deity is the celestial being, which isn't really a deity at all. Well, I guess sort of is. But yeah. So I have done at least 10, and there are only about 4 or 5 holidays in a year. So that means that for 2 years, I have been doing this. For about 2 to 2.5 years, I've been doing the rituals for Eques Via. And now I'm putting out these informational videos. Because I didn't learn everything just yet. But now I am very, very sure that I have all the information that I need that I can give out to people. Yeah, so I guess I could... Okay, so this series I'm going to separate into parts. I'm not sure how many there are going to be. It depends. I could, like, probably separate it into how to do a ritual, then with each, then one for each god, one part for each god, along with the holidays and how to do that specific ritual for each god, basically. No, probably just all the rituals will probably be in one video. So, yeah. So that's the end of this video with the basis of Eques Via. So, just wait until the next part comes out, I guess. So, see ya.